2. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to this session of the Fireside Chat. Today, we have Tengku Nas from HUEX, which is a specialist in building social media identities and also helping people craft their social media personas. Actually, they go beyond that. They also do online and offline media persona building and management as well. Help me welcome Tengku Nas. Good morning, Tengku Nas. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic. Before we get into the topic today, can you just share with us a little bit about what HUEX does and how did you start off HUEX? Because I understand you are not just the co-founder, you're also the CEO of HUEX.
Okay, sure. First of all, thank you, Mr. Ernest. I call you boss lah. All right, thank you so much for inviting me for this session and also to give me this chance untuk share about social media and also later we go to our topic. Okay, so first of all, my name is Tengku Nas. I'm one of the co-founder for HUEX Agency and also the CEO of HUEX Agency. Basically, HUEX Agency is a social media marketing agency. We help other clients to build their brand. Sama ada diorang individu ataupun business punya brand, we help them to build up their brand dalam social media via various strategy yang kita orang akan propose lah. And also we help them in terms of taking up pictures, the copywriting, designing, even run the ads as well to reach out to the market out there. So basically that is HUEX Agency.
So would it be correct to say that HUEX as an agency in itself to help people build their personas both online and offline and focusing mainly on social media? There's so many players in the market out there currently. Can you just share with us why HUEX is a bit different and can create impact in the space that it plays in?
Okay, sure. Looking at the situation right now, right boss, kita dapat tengok actually banyak social media agencies dekat luar sana. Tapi kita tahu ada social media agencies yang memang betul-betul just for the sake of take advantage of the market's demand. Tetapi ada social media agency yang betul-betul faham what is social media marketing. So what our difference is, first of all, kita akan get into clients punya situation. Because we understand, sometimes client akan faham macam social media marketing is a sales punya tool. It's not marketing punya tool. So it's very different two things here. So what we are doing, first thing first, we want to make sure that clients understand whatever yang diorang invest in us, maksudnya diorang faham they invest in social media marketing. And second part, we usually and always we understand the client's punya business direction. Kita akan fahamkan apa yang klien perlukan before we propose any strategy, because you know we don't want to something like macam propose a strategy yang macam kita pergi dekat sini tetapi business direction dia pergi kat sini, so it doesn't align. And some of the agencies they are doing this, and some of the agency they just provide the content, the design, copywriting macam tu saja. So what we are doing is, that's why we are focusing more on brands building dalam social media, because we want to make sure that business tu sustainable for a long term. Bukan just macam naik lepas tu turun. Itu cara currently we are doing that to help our clients.
So it's very much like a 360 point of view, bukan sekadar satu direction sahajalah, bukan sahala sahaja, but you look at it full direction. Let's delve into the topic for today, the importance of having a persona that is online and offline and also through social media that is congruent and humanized. And I believe that's what HUEX means, right? Humanizing experiences.
Correct.
So can I ask you, is the persona important when online, offline and social media? Is it important?
Okay. To answer your question was 150% yes. Is very important in these days. Let's look at the situation of the market. Sekarang ni in this days nowadays kita boleh tengok influencers marketing punya strategi tengah meletup, regardless of any industry. Regardless of, it's not only depends on e-commerce punya businesses, tetapi semua industry. And then kenapa? Sebab sekarang ni zaman sekarang we know that in Malaysia especially generation millennials yang paling ramai. And these millennials, diorang nakkan dengar something voice daripada other people, not brands. Last time kita boleh tengok, cantiknya, sebagai contoh kita ambil kasut Nike. Last time kita tengok kasut tu cantik dekat kedai. dekat dalam gambar everything. Lepas tu baru kita nak beli. Tetapi sekarang kita tengok influencer pakai cantiknya. Influencer tu pakai. So they listen to those people, not those brands. So that's why having a personal branding untuk zaman sekarang is very important because why it can give you advantage dengan tolong you dari segi banyak benda. Not only for your business but for your self improvement juga, for your career goals juga. So it's very important for you, for anyone to build up your personal branding dalam social media especially.
Can I ask you, kalau macam tu kan, where should somebody focus on first? Is it their social media branding or their website branding? Is there a difference between the two?
Yes, actually it's two different things, because if we look at the umbrella of the digital marketing, right? Website, social media, Google, it falls under different components. My advice untuk paling mudah untuk build up your personal branding and also to reach out dekat orang luar sana is to use the social media first. And having a website is a plus point and it's a tool for you to build trust dengan orang dekat luar sana. It's a tool, additional tool. Macam social media ni kita tahu is more like our personal profile, our resume or our page that people akan tengok what kind of content kita letak, apa yang kita jual, apa yang kita buat in our daily life, etc. etc. Once they are interested with you, having a website and directing your followers into your website akan build up that trust whereby, oh, this guy memang betul-betul capable untuk buat in this area. Memang betul-betul have knowledge. Memang saya boleh percayakan these guys untuk buat kerja untuk saya, etc. macam tu. So that's why these two, as a start boss, I can advise use social media first. Try to get a whole like macam mana nak buat, and then try to build your online community dulu. Once you have that community yang betul-betul interested with yourself or your brands, then having a website that will become the conversion, all the conversion akan berlaku dekat website ni. When people go into your website, they dapat semua information tu, then they will contact you. Okay, saya nak kerja dengan you. Saya nak buat ni dengan you. So having a website is a plus point, but to start at first, just use social media first.
Can I ask you, because Fireside Chat actually helps Malaysians, or with the intention of helping Malaysians make better financial decisions, would it be correct to say that in making up or building up your profile, what you're saying is that build up your profile through the social media platform first, because that's the easiest thing that you can do. You have control and access over it. Then your website, which is the next thing, because that's going to take a little bit more time. And then after that, put up content so that Google gets you. Is that what you're saying, Nas?
Correct. True.
Then if that's the case, then I know that social media, it depends on you. You can create a content. Your website, you can create a content. How do you get onto Google?
Google is the most trickiest part in digital marketing. Once, if you want to rank up your website in Google, you have two ways. First is the search engine marketing, whereby you pay to Google certain keywords, etc. And second is the search engine optimization, SEO. This is the part whereby you will grow organically. And how you want to grow organically, this comes when you play with the content inside the website itself. So you have to know what is the latest keyword. Macam contoh, kalau kita tengah tengok trend dalam Google ataupun dalam online, in the online platform, trend sekarang is all about COVID. So you have to write something, an article, put it in your website, write the article that related to COVID or whatsoever with the latest trend, and try to relate it back with your business or your brand. That's when people will see that, okay, you always keep up to date. Google will recognize your content, will push it up. People will read your contents, your article, and then orang akan terus macam, oh, this guy buat business ni. So they really know what they are providing to those people who read their contents. And SEO ni dia punya game agak panjang sikit, but it's worth it. Once you hit that point yang memang betul-betul your ranking, your search, semua memang up there, then all the people who comes to your website, That means they already trust you, diorang percayakan you, diorang memang betul-betul berminat dengan you. So maksudnya you already qualified all those followers. Itu cara yang kita buat untuk Google.
Interesting. Can I ask you, Tengku Nas, when you actually are looking at working with a client, do you accept all clients to come and work together with you, or do you also do willing client, willing HUEX company as well? Because sometimes I presume the people don't necessarily have any background per se. Then where do you start? It's going to take a long, long time to do so. So what do you do when you look for a client, and how do you accept clients, or do you accept all types of clients?
Okay. It depends on our client. Right now, we are accepting, not to say any kind of clients, but we do have our own niche, which is in the e-commerce business. But what I do is, whatever clients that I take, my first question is always, do you want to have a long-term business with this brand? Because we know some people, they just want to earn money buat business yang come out with satu produk, meletup, and then keluarkan modal untuk buat another product, meletup. So you have to build up this brand first, and then you have to build this brand, and then this brand. That is not our way. Our way is kita nakkan have other clients yang betul-betul nakkan sustainable, dia punya stagnant growth in their business. So normally what I did is I will consult them first, because our strategy works for this kind of clients. Not only for brands, for individuals as well. Sometimes I do receive messages from LinkedIn that ask them to guide on how to start their own personal branding exercise in social media. So I just simply like, okay, it's better for us to have a cup of coffee, because if for personal branding to build up, there's a lot of questions that you have to ask yourself first before you start those exercises in social media.
It's very, very insightful, very, very deep. And definitely it's also along the lines of what I'm interested in, a cup of coffee as well, because that's when you really get to think through and see what's beyond the immediate. I think that's a very important point that you just raised up. A lot of people who are in the pursuit of business are looking at quick win, but quick wins doesn't necessarily mean that you will win the war. Winning the war means you need to have a very good strategy, very good tactical deployment, and great execution. So I guess this is where HUEX comes in. Can I ask you, if I have a great offline persona or a neutral offline persona, what can HUEX do to help take me to the next level? Take me to the level whereby in the social media space, I'm seen as a trusted individual, or my views are trusted. What would a typical solution set be that you would recommend?
Okay, I speak from the current projects that we have. Currently, we are helping few of agents in different industry to build up their personal branding dalam social media. First thing, all of them, they are good business person. They are fantastic as a human being. They are amazing. Memang diorang baik. They have all the characters. That's why they are so successful. Like you, boss. So apa yang kita buat is, first thing first, we will throw you the questions to know you better. Because why? Kalau kita kenal you dalam masa beberapa bulan, tak cukup dengan kenal you dalam masa beberapa tahun. So we really have to dig deep into your characters. Kenal you betul-betul dulu macam mana. There's sometimes that we have to meet our clients, just pergi hang out, minta untuk jumpa dia punya family, just to know about him first, about them. And then after that, we will try to create a strategy whereby, okay, looking at this, because offline, people meet up with you. Kita jumpa. So kita senang untuk baca those characters. Tetapi dalam online, dia just akan baca apa yang kita tulis, apa yang kita design. So everything that we are doing, first, we will share with our clients first. We will get their approval. Macam ni, okay tak? Okay. And normally the image, macam mana image yang kita nak portray? Is it like a friendly kind of person? Ataupun professional? Ataupun strict? Because if we see, macam mana cakap, a few example in the market, macam contoh kalau marketing industry, kita kenal Gary V. Gary V, dia memang menggunakan those kind of personality, characters yang selalu menggunakan vulgar words. Tetapi all the message are there. So orang just kenal dia macam tu. So that's why orang follow dia. And then other people, kita kenal, kita tengok pula macam contoh Steve Jobs. dia punya characters lain, cara cakap dia lain. Tetapi macam mana orang nak connect dengan those characters in social media, we can't use still image, we can't rely on design, we can't rely on copywriting. You have to make sure that you have to put up a lot of videos. Sebab daripada videos tu, orang akan nampak, okay, you as a person boss, you encounter another person, you akan bercakap macam ni. Dia akan kenal you macam ni. So bila you pula dalam meeting, you akan bercakap macam ni. So orang nampak karakter dalam meeting lain pula. And then while you're having this online session with ramai orang, orang akan nampak you macam ni. So daripada situ orang akan kenal macam, oh, this is Ernest. Macam ni lah dia. So dia akan interested, I think I want to meet him. So that's why I said taking online to offline is very important. And portraying yourself in online platforms kena jadi something yang macam this is you in online. And bila diorang jumpa you dekat offline, this is you. You are the same as what you are portraying in online platforms.
Maksudnya kena selari lah. They have to be congruent. You cannot be, katakan, I use the example that you used just now about Gary Vee, and sometimes his words may be a little bit rough online. But if offline, dia selalu pakai tuxedo, janggal sikit kan. One side you always wear jumper, hoodie, and then after that suit and tie. Different. Is that what you're saying?
Betul, correct. So that's why sebab kita kena tahu orang sekarang, people nowadays, they keep on like macam, they always have many options. Macam diorang tak suka benda ni, okay tak apalah, move on to the next one. Buat apa nak pergi lagi dekat orang ni. So even if we do a slight mistake, dia akan terus macam, oh tak nak lah, we move to the next one. Sebab apa? Dia akan dapat macam ada confusion. So that's why whatever that you are portraying offline, online, pergi dekat offline kena sama juga. Kena tally juga.
Now comes the $1 million question, Tengku Nas. The $1 million question is that if offline, my persona not fantastic, maybe I had some challenges before, or maybe there were some issues before, how can I start, or can I start to rebuild it? What can I do? Or is there hope?
Okay, if your offline characters ataupun your own self is not that great yet, it's okay. Because why? Life is a learning process, betul? And unless, macam mana cakap, if you are willing to improve yourself, it's good. It's better than nothing. So what you need to do is, before you take it online, what you need to do is ask yourself a few questions. Who are you? What kind of values yang betul-betul you boleh bagi yang orang lain tak ada? Because nowadays, kita tahu ramai orang yang, semua orang lebih kurang sama, tapi apa something different. I give you an example, macam contoh, I used to work in Mount Kiara. We know that Mount Kiara memang kawasan yang ramai foreigners, English type of people semua tu kan. But I'm the only person dekat sana yang pergi dekat office Mount Kiara hari-hari pakai baju batik. So people straight away, at that time, I don't have anything that, I think people will remember me because of this, I don't have that. So I just use that baju sahaja. So people start to recognize me from that baju batik, and from there people start to datang. I met a lot of people. Daripada situ, all those people told me that macam, oh Nas, actually you macam ni lah, actually you macam ni lah. So feedback daripada orang adalah apa yang I gunakan dekat diri I. Because why? Sometimes we don't know about ourselves. Betul kan? Even though kita dah buat reflect banyak, kita fikir banyak-banyak, tapi there are few things yang memang orang nampak, kita tak nampak. So my advice is, who are you? And also find the values that you are providing to other people. And then bila you ada semua tu, and then you will know yourself better, then take it online.
If that's the case, and what you're saying, Tengku Nas, it's going to be very difficult to have any moment in your life that you are not consistent. Maksudnya, with everybody having a phone dan yang ada kamera, there's CCTVs everywhere, even in places where you don't know whether there could be CCTVs or not. It is very difficult to portray something that maybe in you is something that maybe you've tersilap ke, you made a mistake, and you think, oh, nobody's watching me, so I can do that. with what you're trying to say is that because social media, digital media, offline media now all converge because it's so easily accessible, should you be on your guard 100% of the time? Maksudnya you're full on, you always have to assume that there is a camera somewhere watching you, taping you just in case?
Okay, there is two ways for me to answer this question. First thing, if you really want to have your guards on, maksudnya there's a few things that you don't want other people to see you. Sebab apa? Maybe you want to portray yourself as a perfect, not to say perfect, almost perfect punya person. So that's why there's a few things yang macam, oh, orang tak boleh tengok aku macam ni. Orang tak boleh tengok aku buat ni. Orang tak boleh tengok aku duduk dekat mamak having lunch. Ada orang macam tu. Because why? In the Instagram ataupun Facebook semua tu, dia sentiasa tunjuk gambar dia makan dekat cafe. So maksudnya they are not being truthful with themselves and to other people out there. Itu first thing first. Second thing, for me, like whatever that I'm doing right now, I just reveal myself. Whatever that I'm doing, apa-apa macam mana situation sekalipun, I will reveal myself. Macam tu. Kalau saya tengah susah, saya cakap saya susah. Kalau saya tengah senang, saya cakap saya senang. Sebab apa? Daripada situ, saya akan capture those people yang betul-betul interested with my life, with my brand, with my business. So, I already did the qualification punya part. Sebab kita tak nak nanti orang datang, especially not to jadi sombong ataupun belagak lah bos. Tapi sometimes bila kita buat something and then people tahu yang kita expert in this area, sometimes all of a sudden people akan datang, minta free advice, minta tolong ajar ni, minta itu, minta ini, everything. Especially from our surrounding, our circles. Kan? Bukan kita tak nak tolong. Kita nak tolong. Tetapi kita tak ada masa. Itu sahaja. So that's why sometimes kalau kita buat those thing yang macam betul-betul portray something benda yang bagus sahaja, dia akan attract orang yang nak pandang benda yang bagus sahaja. Dia tak pandang benda yang reality. So itu apa yang kebanyakannya influencers buat lah.
Oh, so it's almost like manipulation of image kan? Kalau macam tu.
Betul. Correct. So that's why sometimes all these influencers, they sangat jarang jumpa dia punya followers. Kalau followers minta untuk buat meet up ke apa semua, dia takkan buat. That's why it's very different influencers dalam social media dengan celebrity. Celebrity, whatever it is, diorang boleh jumpa peminat. Sebab apa? Diorang tahu itu adalah diri mereka sendiri. Tetapi untuk those influencers, especially influencers yang baru-baru, diorang takut untuk jumpa peminat. Untuk jumpa orang dekat luar sana. So that's why sometimes they keep their guards on bila diorang keluar. Sebab diorang tak nak kenal orang mereka yang sebenar tu macam mana.
Right, so it's almost like mereka ada dua persona lah. Persona online satu dan persona reality pun satu. Mereka tak nak orang tahu what is the difference. So that's why they stay away from people.
Betul.
Excellent. Nas, can I just ask you, if you were to manage somebody's persona, and I know that you said that you wanted to actually do not just an interview with that particular person, but you also want to meet the person's close family members so that you have a 360 view on this. Can this project be something like, okay, I'm here today, I want to go there. Can we chart a path of what we can do from here to there using digital media to build a layer of that persona? Let me give you an example. Say I'm not a very good salesperson and I want to project that I'm a very confident and I'm a very capable salesperson, but I've not really done so much sales, but it's my journey there. So would you consider like a vlog showing the progress? Would you consider like a blog to show that the progress? It reminds me like, the movie Rocky. Yeah. Mula-mula dia tak boleh tinju, but they show the movie, that he practice, he trains. So by the time the fight actually happens, everybody is like, yeah, this one got chance already.
Betul.
Or are you suggesting straight away so success? Then people say, yeah, I believe. Which would you recommend?
Okay. Normally for our clients, right, what we are doing is, first we will propose a 3-month strategy. Based on those 3 months, we will create a journey to our clients. Like macam cerita Rocky itulah, like exactly. Because why? We want to take people in our journey. Daripada situ dia akan percayakan, okay, they can see the progress, they can see the results as well. Like for example, if you are not a good salesperson, apa yang kita akan buat, we will show you all the struggles since the first day, since the day one. Apa yang you buat untuk improve, apa inisiatif yang you gunakan, apa you punya challenges, apa you punya downfalls, all those things we have to show to all the people out there. Sebab apa? Kita nak orang berada dalam kita punya journey. It's like building up our team as well. Our group of people yang nak kerja dengan kita, kita kena tunjuk everything. So that bila dia nampak tu, and then at the end of the day, dia nampak your results, dia akan macam, wow, this guy, bagus lah. And we know that storytelling technique is the most powerful technique in the world right now. Whatever it is, storytelling. So that's why all the big brands, diorang bukan just use content yang letak content macam tu je dalam social media. They will create a story. Even in LinkedIn as well, we have to create a story. Story macam mana kita start. Story macam mana kita memasak. Story macam mana kita improve diri kita. All those things, all those strategy, kita akan masukkan dalam every month, monthly punya plan, and we will propose it to our clients. Sampai satu tahap, okay, this is a 3-month strategy, and the next 3 months, sampai satu tahap, we can see the results, the progress, and then you will feel, and you can see that by getting all the leads, orang yang nak jumpa you, orang yang nak bercakap dengan you, yang nak buat business dengan you, you akan rasa, oh, all of this is because of my social media. Itu apa yang you akan dapat at the end of the day.
So their ROI will be more in terms of people wanting to connect with you, wanting to meet up with you, wanting to speak with you, and also wanting to engage with you to learn more and probably discuss opportunities. Is that what I'm hearing from you, Nas?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Nas, do you do, I know that this is a very interesting fireside chat because this is the first time we've done a fireside chat where we mix Malay and English together. And it's actually meant also to help showcase and demonstrate to all the viewers and watchers that communication is not just in one language. Communication is in many, many forms, not just visual, but also the way you speak, how you speak as well. So in your work that you do, Nas, do you actually encourage people to use all the languages that they know or speak only in one language, or how do you do that?
Okay, for me, it's very simple. It relates back to your target market, macam mana. Tapi you as the person, and also we as we are living in Malaysia, first stick with whatever language yang kita comfortable, and then it's good for you to master other languages as well. I put an example. One of my co-founder, he's not that good in bahasa Malaysia, and he's a mix actually. Baba Nyonya, Indian, Melayu. Family dia memang mix, tapi dia punya main language dalam family adalah English. So whenever that we met our clients, and then clients kebanyakannya orang Melayu, dia susah untuk explain something. Tetapi kalau clients Chinese ataupun Indian ataupun English people, he's better than me in explaining things. So language jadi one of his barrier. So what I told him is, semua orang faham bahasa English. It's okay for you to communicate in English, but maybe you give something like macam heads up, macam cakap lah, I tak reti sangat bahasa Melayu, kalau I cakap bahasa Melayu nanti I cakap Melayu yang cacat. So I think I will try to explain things in English. Kalau you tak faham, let me know. There's always a way to get rid of things yang you tak comfortable. Like for me, sama juga. My English is not that good, you know, boss. Tapi I still speak to other people macam mana, regardless of macam mana pun I boleh. I try to mix juga, and then I try to cakap banyak in Malay because that is my main language. Tetapi I know some people they want to listen to English words because diorang faham in English. So I try to mix lah, rojak-rojak sikit lah, boss.
I'm just curious right now, since you say that you selalu cakap, selalu pakai baju batik and that's your persona, what does your partner wear?
Yang penting bukan baju Melayu, tapi pakai baju kemeja lah.
Okay, so basically he also has his own persona that he's also building, and you also do that as well. But I really like the idea of wearing baju batik because I love the fact that we as Malaysians should be proud of the heritage. Of course, batik is also available in Indonesia as well, and there's many cultures that are very similar in terms of floral design, but it's very much similar to when you see someone wearing batik, it's like, wow, this is formal. I've gone to so many formal events where people wear batik and it's part of the formal get-up rather than a suit and tie. That's fantastic. I really applaud you for that. And I have to also say, because I've worked together with you in the past, I'm very envious. Sometimes you fit into the baju batik so well, and I'm like, wow, he fits so well to the batik. I want to know how I get into that kind of body shape as well. Very good. Now, so the last question I wanted to ask you is this, and I think this is something that is very important moving forward for anybody who wants to actually be successful. When I say be successful, it's not just in terms of money. It's not just in terms of successful in their career and whatnot. It's successful in life. What you said just now, which is very true, is that you cannot have a situation whereby your life is different online, different social media, different in reality. You need to have some ground, some basis. Sometimes when you actually are too extreme in one direction, you yourself lose the sense of reality in yourself. That's the message I'm getting from our conversation today. But for people who are wanting to start their careers, to move towards the end, which is going to be successful, how do they make sure, and I know that you may have already covered this, but how do they make sure that every facet of their offline and online lives is consistent? How do you make it a character? Not, oh, now I'm online, I have to behave like this. Oh, now I'm offline, okay, I don't have to behave like this. How do you make sure for you that you yourself think about this and become second nature? What do you do as an exercise to help people like all of us to become better, both online and offline, consistently?
Okay. First thing first, what I do every single day, the first thing when I bangun tidur, I straight away imagine in another 5 or 10 years or 15 years, I nak duduk dekat rumah macam ni, pakai kereta macam ni, macam ni, macam ni. Tetapi, I always put myself dalam situation tetapi I don't want to become like this. So I know the things yang I kena elakkan. Because some people, a lot of people, diorang just figure out things yang diorang kena buat. Tapi diorang tak tahu apa yang diorang tak perlu buat. Sebab sometimes along the journey, diorang akan buat benda yang tak patut. That's why they change their characters. Because last time, for me, I did a mistake as well. I want to become, when I started my own business, I just basically, I want to have that kind of business owner punya image. I think this is normal for all the people, orang-orang muda yang start business lah. So I start to character, pakai smart all the time, dress up, pakai kasut kulit, pakai suit. And then when I did that, I have that ego. And then bila I bercakap dengan orang pun, ada macam something disconnect. So I noticed that is the problem. So I changed my style. I become macam ni, simple and then easy going. And because this is myself, bila I jumpa orang, I dapat connect dengan orang. So I tahu apa yang I tak perlu buat and then I tahu apa yang I kena buat. And then these two yang I stick dengan every single day, I kena macam ni, buat benda yang sama. You have to be disciplined. You cannot kena macam mana? Jangan kena brainwash dengan apa yang you tengok dalam social media. Sebab sometimes we follow those influencers, those successful business owners semua tu. Tapi bila kita tengok, kita tend to macam kita nak follow apa yang diorang buat. So that's why a lot of people yang betul-betul successful business owner, they don't portray themselves betul-betul kaya. The aim is to be rich, not to look rich. So that's a difference. So that's why you have to be disciplined, consistent, know yourself. Jangan biarkan other people ataupun noises dekat luar sana change the way you are.
Fantastic advice, Nas. Fantastic advice. And I really thank you for taking the time out from your very busy day to have a chat with all our viewers on the Fireside Chat. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to end this at this point in time because if we've overrun our time, but it's been a tremendous catch up with Tengku Nas, a person whom not only do I know as an individual, but I also know him as a person who's really and deeply passionate about building profiles and making sure that the profiles win the battle and onwards to the war that you are fighting to help you in that direction. If you really like what you've watched, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is just click subscribe and click a like so that you get alerted every time we have something new to share with you, or just follow us on our Facebook page at Property Mart. And this is why we actually put all types of information, not just about property, but it's actually to help Malaysians make better financial decisions. And one easy way that's in your hands is to control your personas. So Tengku Nas, thank you very much. Before we go, any last thoughts that you'd like to share with any of our viewers who are watching today?
Yeah, just follow all the page. I know that Ernest is going to put up a lot of contents that can help you to grow as a person. Follow all his updates, and all the best to all the people out there. Keep on hustling.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tengku Nas. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Bye-bye.